What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video of me in my Reno Jackson series. I'm gonna play Hunt today. I'm gonna show you guys the deck that I created. Wait a second. Where's no deck? There is no deck. You guys are right. Here it is. Oh my god, so bad. My problem. My deepest and saddest apologies. Here you go. This is the deck. I feel it is one of the best decks I've made up until so far. I think it's probably the strongest one, even though I have one loss, as you guys can see. But I think it's still the strongest deck up until now. Before we go on, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been doing a lot of Reno Jackson videos of lately. This is gonna be the 6th one, I guess, in a row. So I decided I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna do something extra. This is gonna be just a normal video, but I'm gonna upload another video, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, but in which I'm going to actually talk and make a guide for new Hearthstone players. What cards to craft, what decks to play, what classes to start with, what is board control, what is important in the game. I'm just gonna show you guys with simple steps and tips. I'm gonna show you some tricks on how you can get, well, better in the game, obviously, and you might actually be able to get legendary if you really keep on working on the basics, because there's a couple of basics that you really have to go over. You know, I want to talk about it a little bit in this video, that you know, what the tips and tricks are going to be about. I'm just going to explain that. I'm not going to go into what the tips or tricks are. I'm just going to go in on what I want to give to you. I want to show you guys that there's a way, you know, by showing you like crafting guides. You know, these things are tips about what to craft, what not to craft, what legendary to go for, stuff like that. You know, it's it's pretty easy if you already know it, but if you don't, it's really hard, and you need somebody, you know, to help you with something like that. That's gonna be me in this case. I'm gonna talk about things like board control, you know, when to trade, when not to trade. I'm going to talk about your mana usage, apologies. I think I'm going to talk about, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's good. So I'm going to talk about, you know, what cards to craft. I think that's really something that's really important. That's something that's going to probably be the most important. Then, you know, how to make a deck. How to make a decent deck, even though you have all basic cards or a couple of common. You can make some pretty insane decks. Don't underestimate that. You can make some really cool decks, and you know, most of the times people feel like, okay, it's gonna be a cracky deck. I don't really need that. I don't want that crap. You know, I can understand. I feel you. I do understand. I mean, it's not fun playing against crappy decks. I mean, playing with a crappy deck. Of course it isn't, and nobody wants to have that. But sometimes there's just no, you know, getting around it, because you simply don't have the cards that you want to have. It's just the way it is, and that's not a problem. You know, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Simple as that. But that doesn't mean you can't level up the ladder. For instance, like I've played against people at rank 14 with like really crappy cards, and they're winning. You know, not because well, of course, now I'm playing Reno Jackson decks that aren't really as strong as normal decks would be. That's the truth, but I mean, still, they're winning with not really that good a deck, and you know, it's simply because they know what they're doing. They feel like, okay, I need to do this and this and this and this, and they follow these steps, and that's why they win. That's why they get, you know, at a certain rank, or you know, achieve something in this game. And that's what everybody else, for some kind of reason, really wants to do. I mean, there's a lot of people right now that, at least they told me, you know, that they wanna get legendary. They want to see a person gets legendary with free to play. You know, there's people who do that, like for instance Trump or like Moss. I think there's actually almost all of the Hearthstone pros go free to play legend at least once to show that it's possible. But of course, I mean, I can understand that people are saying like, well, you know, these are pros, of course, they can get that. It's easy for them. Yes, you're right. It is easier for them because they have a better understanding of the game. But it shows you that it can be done. And but you just can't be going like, okay, I want to play every single deck, you know, and I want to go legendary in a month or something. You can't. I mean, seriously, you can. It's just the way it is. And of course, you can get really far. Don't forget that you can actually get really far if you want to. But of course, there's gonna be some trouble along the way that you're not really willing to deal with most of the times, which makes yeah, you know, which makes some things a little bit harder. For instance, you can't really get legendary in a month. You can't. I mean, I've been playing the game for I don't know how long, and I only got legendary once. I mean, it's yeah, it's hard to get legendary. It's hard to play this game. It's really not that simple. You have to really have an understanding of the game, and you really need to know what you're doing. And you know, when one wrong move can lose you one game. It's that simple. And especially when you get higher ranks, you know, you can't really fuck up anymore because you're gonna get punished and big time because they all know what the game, you know, is all about. I mean, most Hearthstone players actually have a way better understanding than I do at all about this game because it's just, you know, they've been playing it way longer than I have. But that doesn't mean, you know, you can't get there. There's a lot of people out there who just started the game who are probably already better than me. I wouldn't be surprised actually. And I don't really mind. I think that's great. That's awesome. I mean, I think it's an amazing thing that everybody can get legendary, you know, depending on how you think and how you play the game. And that's amazing. That's cool. And that also means that some things, you know, will be easier and some things will be harder. Like crafting a deck. You know, you guys can expect a lot of tips and tricks from me, and I'm gonna make them in the next couple of days. And I hope you guys really have some use to that, because I think that's really important right now. Let's see. Yep, that's good enough. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy that. Now back to the game. The Reno Jackson Hunter deck, it's basically, you know, of course you need a pretty fast Reno Jackson most of the time. I would actually say if you have it in your hand with you don't mulligan it away or mulligan for it either way, because you're really gonna need it. I feel like you really need it, and don't underestimate the power of it because it's actually really strong. It can carry you easily. Because even though there are more control decks now, still 99% of the decks are still aggro. And that's not easy to deal with, especially sometimes. It's just not that easy. But it is doable. And yeah, you can win. Pretty easy actually. You just gotta wait. 5, 7. Good enough for me. And this is 6, 7, 8, 11. Wait. 5, 9, 10, 13. Well, unless you draw a heal, I won this game. Yay! Nice. But like I said, I mean, you can really easily win with a Hunter Reno Jackson deck. You can actually play and win with any Reno Jackson deck. That's just the way it is. Sometimes it's a little bit harder because, of course, you know, some decks just run you over. I played against a Face Hunter. I think the first game he had turn 5 lethal. Yeah, there's not much I can do against that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you get crappy cards or you get really bad hand, it's over. That's just the way it is. See, but you can also win this. It's gonna be longer games, but it's really fun because you have to think about the game more, and that makes it really fun. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Well, guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget I want the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna show you at both sides here, this side, and this, this, you know, that there's different kind of videos that I've made from reading checks, because I've had some videos that I've really watched a lot, and some videos not really, and I think people haven't really seen it because I haven't really been pointing towards it. So I'm gonna put links of other videos in the description, or I'm gonna put it in the video itself. We'll see about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later.